Why do some people always seem to be in the right place at the right time, while others are constantly late, scrambling, or chasing what already passed? Why do opportunities seem to find certain families, while you're told to move faster and hustle harder just to keep up? And here's the uncomfortable question most people avoid asking. If opportunity is supposed to be random, why does it keep showing up for the same people? The answer isn't luck, it isn't intelligence, and it definitely isn't hustle. It's positioning. Wealthy families don't chase opportunities. They prepare for them quietly, years in advance. And once you understand the difference, you realize most people aren't unlucky. They're just out of position. Why opportunity feels urgent to you. Think about how opportunity feels when it appears in your life. Urgent, rare, fragile. You feel like if you hesitate, you'll miss it. If you ask questions, someone else will take it. If you don't act now, it's gone forever. That pressure tells you something important. You are reacting, not choosing. Reaction always feels urgent. Choice never does. Wealthy families don't feel that pressure. Not because they're fearless, not because they're confident, but because they already did the work before opportunity arrived. They don't ask, "How do we get this?" They ask, "Does this fit the position we've already built?" And if it doesn't, they let it go without panic. That calm is not personality. It's structure. The lie you were taught about opportunity. You were taught that opportunity rewards speed. Move fast. Say yes quickly. Act before someone else does. That advice sounds practical, but it hides a brutal truth. Speed is only rewarded when position is weak. If you have to rush, it means you don't control timing. And whoever controls timing controls outcomes. Wealthy families understand this early. They know that chasing opportunity puts the other side in power. The one who waits controls the frame. The one who chases accepts it. That's why wealthy families almost never chase. Chasing forces bad terms. Chasing weakens negotiation. Chasing exposes desperation. Positioning does the opposite. The rule wealthy families live by here is the rule wealthy families follow, whether they say it out loud or not. If you have to chase it, you're already late. That sentence alone explains decades of different outcomes. Chasing means you are adapting to someone else's timing, and positioning means opportunity adapts to yours. One creates pressure, the other creates leverage, and leverage is the real currency of wealth. What positioning actually means, positioning is not about doing more. It's about aligning four things before opportunity appears: skill, capital, reputation, relationships. When these are aligned, opportunity feels calm. When they are not, opportunity feels urgent. That's the difference. Most people try to fix position after opportunity appears. They scramble to learn, scramble to raise money, scramble to build credibility. That scramble is visible. Wealthy families eliminate the scramble. They prepare quietly, often boringly, long before anyone is watching. Why chasing always feels exhausting. Chasing drains energy because it is reactive. You respond to emails, you jump on calls, you pursue leads, you follow trends. It feels productive. But activity is not positioning. Activity is motion. Positioning is readiness. Wealthy families don't confuse the two. They would rather be still and ready than busy and late. Why your CPA never explains. Ask yourself a blunt question. Why does your CPA never talk about positioning? Because they aren't paid to. They manage numbers. They don't manage leverage. But leverage decides outcomes long before numbers do. Two people can see the same opportunity. One panics and rushes. The other pauses and selects. Same opportunity, different position, different result. How wealthy families teach this early. This mindset is trained early, long before money is involved. Wealthy children are not rushed into decisions. They are taught to wait. And when they want something immediately, the answer is often delayed, not denied. Delay trains patience. Patience trains judgment. Judgment creates power. Children learn that urgency is a signal, not a command. That lesson alone changes how they approach opportunity later in life. Calm is not confidence, it's readiness. Most people think wealthy families are confident during opportunity. They're not. They're calm. Confidence can be emotional. Calm is structural. Calm means nothing is forcing your hand. And nothing forces your hand when you are positioned. This is why wealthy families let others reveal urgency first. Urgency always leaks. And whoever shows urgency loses leverage. Why wealthy families say no so often. Here's something outsiders misunderstand. Wealthy families miss opportunities on purpose. So they say no far more than they say yes. Why? Because every yes reduces optionality. Optionality is power. They protect it aggressively. They don't believe every opportunity is meant for them. They believe the right opportunity will fit their position without forcing compromise. Chasing versus selecting. Chasing means accepting what appears. Selecting means filtering what appears. Filtering requires confidence in position. Confidence comes from preparation, not optimism. Wealthy families don't believe everything will work out. They believe positioning gives them options. How this plays out in investing. Most investors chase returns. They buy what's already moving. They enter late. They panic early. Wealthy families position first. They enter quietly. They wait patiently. They exit without drama. They don't try to be right. Oh, they try to be ready. How this plays out in business. Most entrepreneurs chase trends. Wealthy families build infrastructure. When trends arrive, infrastructure absorbs them. One side scrambles, the other scales. Same trend, different outcome. Why positioning looks boring? Positioning doesn't look exciting. It doesn't create stories. It doesn't create urgency. It doesn't create applause. It looks slow. It looks uneventful. That's why most people avoid it. They want movement, but movement without direction wastes energy. Wealthy families choose stillness over noise. Stillness reveals opportunities others miss. The emotional trap of opportunity. Opportunity triggers emotion, hope, fear, excitement. Emotion shortens time horizons. Short horizons destroy wealth. Wealthy families stretch time. They think in cycles, not moments. Rebuilding this mindset as an adult. If you were trained to chase, you can retrain yourself, but you must reverse one habit. Stop asking, how do I get this? Start asking, am I positioned for this? If not, let it pass. Letting it pass builds position. The final truth. Wealthy families don't chase opportunities because chasing signals weakness. They position because positioning signals control. Control attracts opportunity. And once you stop chasing, opportunity stops running. That is the rule.